Hey there, it's Dusty Thunder with another Reddit story for you. This one is, am I the astronaut for telling my husband he doesn't deserve to be a father because he wasn't excited to be in the delivery room with me? Damn, doesn't deserve to be a father. My 26 female husband, 29 male, have been together for 4 years, and I am currently pregnant with our first child due in the next couple of weeks. When I got pregnant, I told my husband I wanted my sister, 29 female, to be in the delivery room with me. My sister is my best friend, and I wanted to share this moment with her. Because the hospital we're going to has pretty small delivery rooms, mothers are only allowed one birthing partner. My husband was upset and kept asking me to reconsider because he wanted us to meet our child together. I understood where he was coming from, but I was firm that I wanted my sister there and her support. He eventually got over it, and I thought it was a thing of the past. A few days ago, however, my brother-in-law's father passed away in his native country, so both he and my sister traveled there for the funeral. Since this happened all of a sudden, my sister told me that she is not sure that she can make it back for the birth and needs to help her husband and his family sort through the estate. I was disappointed, of course. I told my husband that he could be in the room with me. He just replied, okay. That caught me off guard because he really wanted to be in the room with me when we talked about it a few months ago. I told him I thought he would be more than excited. He said he's just my sloppy seconds. Dude. I asked him, what's that supposed to mean? He said, I value my sister more than him and only see him as a backup because my sister can't help me out. I mean, that's exactly what's happening. I told him that's not true. Well, yeah, it is. But then he brought up how my sister values her husband more than me and that I should learn how to treat him from her. That probably wasn't a great thing to say. This started an argument, and I told him if he's not excited to be in the room with me when our child is born, then he doesn't deserve to be a father. Since then, he's been a bit cold towards me. I talked to my best friend, and she said I was wrong to ask my sister to be in the room before my husband and say those words to him after the fact. Am I the astronaut? I think this was an overreaction, that's for sure. I think him not being excited because he was second choice, and he was second choice. There's no getting around that at all. I think him not being like jumping up and down, he should have been excited about it, but he was butthurt about being second choice in the first place, and you not allowing him to be the first choice in the first place says something, but ultimately this is your birthing plan, and that support person is there as a support person. I would hope that it could be him. If he had done something to not play first chair here, I can understand that. If he didn't, and this was just in a vacuum, even playing field, and you chose someone else instead of him without giving him the chance first, yes, you're an asshole for that. But that's not the question here. The question here is, are you an astronaut for telling him he doesn't deserve to be a father because he wasn't excited when you told him that he gets to be in the delivery room with you because your first choice was no longer available? Yeah, I think you're an asshole for that. I do. I think, and he wanted to be in there. The only reason he's able to be in there is because your first choice is unavailable. It's a little complicated, though. What do y'all think? Yes. MacGyver, yeah, she's the astronaut for not making him number one in the first place. And yeah, we have to kind of assume that in a vacuum, because if there's a reason that she felt like someone else would make a better support person, sure. And it's her bestie. I understand. It's her sister's bestie, and she wanted her there. But the father, if he's excited and willing and able, should get first chance at that. He should. And then he has a right to be upset, though, too, because he didn't get chosen first. And then for her to be like, okay, fine, you can be in because she's not available, and him responding, okay, does that equate you don't deserve to be a father? I mean, damn. His butthurt response puts him in the suckage category here as well. I think he's got a right to feel that, but this isn't the time to play games. You know what I mean? When it's your kid, if you're called up to bat, in this case, it would have been like, cool, I'm on it. And he said, okay. It's not like he was like, okay, I guess. He said, okay. So she definitely could have done something different here. Even Dad's that faint chose to be there, and he has the right to be there when it's his child as well. And he wanted to be there. I think that's the kicker. He wanted to be there, and she wouldn't allow him to be there. That sucks. Let's reference our scale here. So here, OP, Ma, definitely could have done something differently. Definitely should have done something differently. When it comes to saying that he doesn't deserve to be a father because of his response, yeah, you definitely shouldn't have done that. I don't think you're in terrible human category here yet. And I'm giving you a little bit of grace because You have a child due in the next couple of weeks. So like everybody's brains are scrambled right now. Both of you, not just mom here. Dad's a freaking mess now too. It's only going to get worse after the baby's born. That's the fun part. After, if this is what they're like before the baby is born, wait until afterwards when they're running on no sleep, no filter, and they're going for the jugular with each other with every word that they say. This is going to be a really, really tough time. Toxic environment to be born into. They've got to get their shit together and start acting as a team. Right now, this is not a team, and there is never a time where you guys needed to be a team more than right freaking now. You're gonna have to pull it together. Ma, yeah, you pulled out the ass con too here by saying what you said to him. The punishment did not fit the crime here. Yes, he was butthurt about not being the number one choice, and he has a right to be butthurt about that. Maybe he could have responded differently and chose not to play the game there. I don't know that he did, or if he did, he didn't realize that he was doing it by saying okay. You're definitely the bigger asshole here, OP. That's for sure, for a couple of reasons. You're going to need him on your team. I assume you love this guy too. Like there's a reason that you're together. So this also is one of those Krang situations though. I've talked about this before, and obviously I don't know what it's like to be pregnant, but I imagine it to be like Krang from Ninja Turtles. You know, the big robot guy that has the brain in the center with the joysticks and he's just controlling stuff. I have to do this hand motion every time. Shredder, I will not tolerate your insolence any further. That's what he sounded like. I imagine that, you know, a human can't be 100% in control of their own actions when there's another human inside of them, like, taking over shit. So maybe a little bit of grace for that, but you guys are going to have to come together and start acting as a team. That's the bottom line. I'm at an ASCON 2 for mom here. I'm not putting hubby on the ASCON scale because I don't think that he committed a crime here. He had reason to be butthurt. I get it.